back for 86 Echo. Negative K, nothing further, just see the cabbie on the corner. 19 Sarge in the central. 19 Sarge, check.
Protect and Serve Radio is on the air, presented by the City of Thief River Falls and sponsored by Imagine Salon, The Grand Stay, Reed Realty, and the Puck on Third.
Alright, Alright, 10 flight, 62, 1090.
And we are here live at the Puck on Third, although the chief isn't here yet. He might be on a call right now.
Yeah.
Or he might be deep undercover, or it could be on a surveillance. You never know.
No, I have no idea.
It looks, there could be some seedy people over at the farmer's market across the street. Maybe,
Could be.
Maybe pulled up and thought, I better check this out. And they saw some great watermelon, decided, maybe I could skip a show.
Maybe. Could be possible.
Juicy watermelon's always good to see here.
Yeah.
Today on the show, Ryan, live from the Puck. We'll talk about some questions from the audience. Also, this feature was fantastic. Ryan went on a ride-along with a police officer. How fun for you?
Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah.
Was it odd sitting in the right seat there as you're driving around?
It was odd to ask the questions to the other officer with me because I was in uniform too at the time, and we're partners. We worked together quite a bit, so I just kind of got some insight from him. So it was fine. It was fun. We just rode around. I kind of asked Sean some questions about how he feels about the job, kind of what his insights are, how he feels on how he does stuff off duty, how he relaxes, things like that. When we're patrolling, what he's looking for, things like that. So I mean, it wasn't just kind of some insight. It wasn't anything extreme, but it gives people an idea as to what each officer, what one particular officer does while he's working. So.
Welcome to another edition of Protect and Serve Radio. I'm Officer Ryan Bassett. I am with Officer Sean Hoffert here from the police department. Hey Sean, how long have you been in the police department for?
I've been working in Thief River for approximately 2 years now.
Okay, and where did you go to school?
Northland Community Technical College here in town.
And how long did you go there to Northland for?
For 2 years.
2 years. Okay, and where are you originally from?
I was from Winnipeg, Manitoba, and then I moved to Hawley, Minnesota. I've lived in the U.S. now for about 10 years.
Okay, and I guess, Mike, one of the big things a lot of people wonder about, you've been here almost 2 years, you're still really focused on the job and enjoying this. What are the best aspects about this job that you enjoy the most?
Some of the best aspects I like is every day is different. There's a lot of reward in this job. You can meet a lot of different people, and there's a lot of different stresses in the job and different things like that, but every day is different. You never know what you're going to run into.
Okay, for you, how do you deal with the stress when you're not working? How do you kind of unwind as a police officer?
I like to hang out with friends when I'm not on duty, I guess. Kind of keeping away from the job, trying to as much as possible. When I was in high school, I liked doing ride-alongs, but when you're on the job, you stay focused. When you're off the job, you kind of separate yourself from it.
Prior to starting your shift, and you started at 4 p.m. today.
Correct.
Prior to starting your shift, what are the things that you do to prepare, whether you get your uniform on, get everything set, but when you come in, what kind of things do you do with the car or when you come into the office?
When I begin my shift, the first thing I do is you go over the squad car. I make sure that there's nothing in the back seats that are left behind from the previous shift. I also look to make sure that the radar is testing out properly. I make sure all my equipment are in there, the firearms, the computer, all the tools that we need to perform the duty when we're at work. And then we go over the warrant list, see who all has active warrants in the community, check over emails and voicemails before I start going on the road.
In just a moment here, we're actually going to start taking a ride and show the community kind of things that we actually do here in Thief River, and see kind of what, from Sean's aspect, what kind of things he looks for when he's out on patrol, and I'll discuss some of these things when we're in the car. So we'll start that next. So Sean, when you're driving around, being kind of newer, because I've been here 15 years, what kind of things are you looking for when you're driving around?
On general patrol, we're looking for no seatbelts, expired registration, anything from window tint to speed. There's many different factors that can play a part in traffic violations.
One of the other aspects I think that folks probably maybe don't know is, and maybe not understand is, maybe understanding the fact that minor traffic violations can actually lead to bigger things.
Yeah, that is correct. A lot of the times when you stop a vehicle for no seatbelt or for expired registration, it can lead to a DWI, it can lead to warrants, it can lead to drugs in a motor vehicle that we're getting off the streets. There's many different things that a minor traffic stop can go into.
And what would you say one of the big aspects of this, doing this job, is the downtime? And because we're not going call to call, and some days can be that way, but most of the time there are times where there is a lot of downtime. Is there things that you're doing during that time when you're driving around that you're either not patrolling, or you're maybe in the office? Are you doing something to kind of, is there training that you can do?
Yeah, we do training through patrol, and that's all online training for hazmat, for different drug-related trainings that we can do, and that's all over the computer. On downtime as well, even when I'm on patrol, I also look for young kids on bikes with helmets on. We give out tickets for free ice cream cones at Dairy Queen during the summertime. There's a lot of community involvement that we do. We don't always just look for traffic when we're out driving around.
And being a newer guy, one of the other questions I think a lot of folks maybe want to know, what is it that you prefer more, days or nights, or where do you kind of find your niche?
I prefer overnights. I do like the daytime. You get a lot more community involvement, seeing people out in the public. At nights, you're getting more of your domestics, a lot of drunk individuals. On weekends, you're getting a lot more of the people that are out at night with drugs. During the day, you're seeing a lot more of the general public. I also like the evening shift. I'm working, like today is 4 to 3:30 in the morning, so that's a nice shift. You come on, you work the evening shift, and you're home by the middle of the night. So
okay, one of the other maybe, what's the most satisfying part of this job for you? The most satisfying part?
I would say when the community feels that they thank you, they see that you're out there making a difference in the community. People sometimes they don't understand everything that you're doing. They might not agree with you, but in the end, they know you're just there trying to make peace with everybody that's involved.
And what kind of equipment is in this car here that maybe people probably can't see, or it's kind of out of view here? What kind of stuff do we have in here?
Well, behind me I have a rifle and a shotgun, and then we also have a radar mounted in the front and in the rear of the squad car. We have a computer that I can run license plates. I can run individuals by name and date of birth. It can let me contact dispatch. And then we also have like a PBT and tint readers and everything like that we have access to in the squad car.
Okay.
Did you get the description of that vehicle, maroon truck? I know it's not the best, but it's the second call we've got of a suspicious person by a park.
Yeah, 10-4, I copied that traffic. What was that partial plate?
Last letter of a J, but it's an older guy, balding, blue shirt.
10-4, and that was last seen at Lions Park.
Yeah, 10-4. The people there said it stopped, took pictures, took off, and then it came back around again, but they couldn't get the plate the second time either.
10-4.
I think one of the big things too is people don't always understand is this job isn't always about just conducting traffic stops, or we're not busy with things, and sometimes it's more the paperwork, or going and doing other things besides traffic. And maybe people don't know that, but we are busy at times, and it's not always those things. There's in cases like this where we've got a suspicious person and we're looking for somebody. It's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, a lot of the times, especially on weekends, during the week too, we can get kind of blindsided and get busy. I know this last Friday when I worked on Friday, We were going call to call from 5 o'clock till 3:30 in the morning when I got off. And a lot of times it is suspicious vehicles that people call in, and the best thing to do is try to get that plate, but sometimes that can be difficult.
The other thing too is people don't know is when we do make arrests or we do, are doing cases, it's not that we're just sitting in the office. A lot of times we're making phone calls or maybe even typing our reports. So it does take time. So we can't get answers right away, or we can't find certain things right away, but we're definitely trying. But a lot of times we're in doing the small things. And within our department, we do have an investigator, but when the investigator is busy or on some other things, a lot of our job is, doing our own work. We are a smaller department, so do you like that aspect of it?
Yeah, I do. They give us a lot of free roam in trying to work our own cases, but at the same time, they're more than willing to help us with anything that we need in part of investigation work. If we have any questions, if we need to pass it along to them because we have other work we got to do, or beyond that, anything that we know, they're more than willing to help us out. But I do like doing the casework and trying to solve the crime or the issue that was brought to your attention. 45 Pennington traffic stop.
So we're conducting a traffic stop on this car. Its tires are outside the rims itself, or outside the wheel well, so that is illegal in Minnesota. So now you're in the vehicle here and you have your driver's license, right?
Yep.
Okay, and what are you going to do when we get back in the car here and to finish or to kind of go forward with this traffic stop?
So what I am doing right now is I'm just making my traffic stop so that dispatch knows where I am. Although I just told them over the radio, this is for our records through RMS.
So you're going to do check her driving status.
Yep, and she came back valid. The vehicle's not stolen.
Okay.
So
And
those
are you gonna warn her for the?
Yeah, I'll just give her a verbal warning today. She knows she has fender flares on there. They're just not big enough to cover the tires.
Okay.
So she won't be getting a citation today.
So we completed that stop and gave her a verbal warning, and while we were on that stop, a state trooper pulled up. And it's kind of the other thing is that I've learned over time and with this job is we're a brotherhood and we always watch each other's backs. So the trooper pulled up to kind of watch what you were doing. That was his purpose.
Yeah, we always try to get 2 squads on a traffic stop if we can, even if it's for a minute or 2, and then if we give the all okay, then they'll leave.
So we just rode around with Officer Hoffert for a little while here to kind of show what's going on in the community and what kind of things that we do. We did conduct a couple traffic stops. I want to thank Sean for helping us out with this.
Yeah, of course.
Kind of give people an idea as to what we do. Do you want to say any last words to everyone out there as to about the job or anything that you want to put out there?
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking at getting into law enforcement or anything, I highly encourage it. If you have any questions, or you can come in and ask for ride-alongs. Depends on the officer if they want to have a ride-along with them, but they are encouraged. So.
All right, that'll wrap up our ride-along for this edition of Protect and Serve Radio.
Now it's time for the Get to Know Ryan Better part of the show. And I'm glad you're wearing your officer's uniform today.
Yep.
What are all the things on your belt?
Well, I've got a number of things. I guess this is the thing. I don't know if I can stand up or not, but I have my gun. I've got 2 magazines. I've got a taser. I've got handcuffs. And some guys carry an ASP, which would be similar to, it would be a baton, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maglite? Do you guys still carry Maglite?
And I got a flashlight too. Yeah, thanks for the...
In the old days, they used to have those like...
big hanging ones.
Yeah, like
hang.
the 5 a D.
Yeah, yep. We used to carry those when I first started, the big ones, and then they came out with nice Stinger flashlights that are real LED. They cost a lot of money, but they last forever.
Yeah.
So...
I'm surprised you guys don't have like built-in LED lights right on your vest now.
I'm sure they'll come out with that at some point.
Because you see them like cool war movies, you know.
Yeah. And I do have a gun on my light on my gun.
Oh.
So at night, I don't have to use a flashlight. I can just use my handgun with the light on it, so
Sure.
if I need it. So they have a lot of that stuff now. So and other guys carry tourniquets on their belts too.
Oh, geez.
I don't have one on my belt, but I have one with me. So
How
other
much does
guys,
the belt weigh?
15 pounds,
Really? And then the vest?
probably another 5,
So you're carrying at least an extra 20 pounds every day.
I'd say.
Yeah, because you got
Yeah.
your gun, your handcuffs, your taser, and
Yeah, it could. I haven't like weighed myself with everything on, but it's plenty.
Wow. All right, so we've got maybe a little over a minute left to go here. 2 more questions. One, have you ever pulled over a celebrity?
No, never. That's easy.
Okay. Let's move on then. What level of education is needed to become a police officer?
Minimum of 2-year degree. They have a great program out here at Northland. I think we've discussed that before.
Sean went there.
Sean went there, yep. I went to Alexandria, but I actually have a 4-year degree from St. Cloud State.
Ooh.
So, it depends.
Smarty.
So, yeah, really, I didn't learn anything more there than I did at Alex. So, minimum 2 years.
And one quick final question
Yeah.
here. Are police officers not allowed to patrol if taking medications?
Depends on the meds. Some, if it's going to alter your mind or cause problems with sleepiness, dizziness, things like that, no, you're not allowed to.
Okay.
Certain narcotics, so
Well-
got to be careful.
Next month, a super cool feature, the obstacle course, drivers testing in, well, it's not, it's just retraining?
It's recertified in defensive driving.
Okay.
For
That's going
officers.
to be from St. Cloud, Minnesota. We'll
Yep.
have that back here at the Puck on 3rd. That'll do it for today's show, Protect and Serve Radio. Coming down to the end of the show here. And thanks a lot for everybody coming here. And then, of course, Ryan, thanks again for
helping.
hosting.
Yeah, well,
We'll do it
Yeah.
again next month.
yep, do it again. It'll be fun. Thanks for everybody watching. Appreciate it.
Protect and Serve Radio on 1230 AM KTRF.